Hello, my name is Nathan Taylor, also known as Sockmatician, and welcome to this series of special video tutorials filmed to accompany my book, Guys Knit. This video relates to the tutorial on page 44 and teaches you all about casting on.
When casting on, it's important to know what bits are what. So to begin with, let's make sure we know that the bit of the yarn that leads to the ball is called the working yarn, and the bit that leads to the end is called the tail. I always put my tail in between my fingers there just to make sure it's out of the way and nothing can tangle around itself. Picking up the right hand needle then, we've got the right needle and the left needle here. We want to go into that stitch. Make sure everything's nice and close to the needle tips. It'll make your life much easier. Bring the tip of the right hand needle over to the left hand side of that loop and go in across it that way. So you're going in from front to back and from left to right, but make sure the left needle stays on the top. So it's the right hand needle here that's going underneath the left needle. That done, you can pinch everything here just to make sure nothing goes astray while you let go with this hand. Pick up your working yarn, and when you're wrapping your yarn around your needle, it's the right needle tip you're going to wrap it around, and it's really important that it goes anti-clockwise around that needle tip. You don't want to be wrapping it the wrong way, you want to make sure you wrap it that way, anti-clockwise as you look down at the needle tip, going that way around it. Then give a little tug that way. Did you hear that tiny little snick? That was just the yarn popping through between the two needles, and that's a useful place to have it for the next maneuver. Then bringing the tip of the right needle back towards you, I just pop it through and guide it with my other finger there. Then I can scoop up the strand of yarn that we just wrapped around it. That gives us another loop of yarn here on the right needle. We've got one on the left and one on the right. We want to put the one that's on the right over here on the left. In order to do that, this left needle point is going to make the longest journey it can, coming all the way around to the front, round to the far side, the right hand side of the loop that's on the right needle, and slipping itself there onto the left needle. A little bit of a tug there to neaten things up, and you can see we've got 1 and 2 stitches where there was only 1 before. Let's do that one more time. So the tip of the right hand needle is coming into round to the left hand side of the first loop that's on this one. We call this one the first loop and this one the second loop. In we go, going in underneath the left hand needle, picking up the working yarn, wrapping it anti-clockwise around there. Little tug to make sure you get that little pop as the yarn comes through between the needles. Guide the tip of the right needle back through the hole the way it came in, and then bring that new loop of yarn with it. Tip of the left needle comes all the way round to the front, the furthest direction it possibly can, and then slides through, transferring the new loop back onto the left needle. And there you can see we've got 1, 2, 3 stitches. And that, my friends, is the knitted on cast on.